I don't smell bad. I'm skinny. Yeah, it's common sense. I do love, like I said, the fact that he is the face of the modern right, the modern right-wing movement. I mean, this is like, I'm going to keep it $1.50. This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, we knew, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to say it. Feel like it comes with the territory, you know? Oh, wow, you don't use deodorant? That's shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
Why would I don't wear deodorant. The last time I wore deodorant is whenever I thought I could wear Axe body spray and girls would like me. I was like 14. I don't wear deodorant. You know why? You know why I don't need deodorant? Because no, I don't need it because I'm not fat. Fat people need deodorant because they smell bad because all the Cheetos are coming through their skin. No, absolutely not. You got the grease going through. That doesn't happen with me.
That absolutely happens with him. What? What? What the? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Edgy humor enjoyers when edgy humor enjoyers, man, they're so sick. They're so real. They're real. This is real. How dare you make me listen to that? You need to understand this is the brilliant orator Asmongold, the face of the new emerging right-wing movement online. Oh, it's so brilliant. It does sometimes feel like it's a psyop. Like, I feel like Asmongold is like, I imagined him. I like made up in my mind a truly repulsive human being in ways that, you know, most normal people will look at it and go, oh, ew, what? And never take seriously. I imagine him being the face of the right-wing movement to disparage the modern online right-wing movement. That's what I did. Like, there's so much more work necessary to undermine Ben Shapiro's arguments. A lot of the talking points he's getting directly from the American Enterprise Institute. Like, when you're tackling someone like Ben Shapiro, you're tackling not just him, you're tackling the entire media infrastructure that is behind the likes of Ben Shapiro that justifies right-wing policies, right? Whereas with Asmongold, it's just all you need to do is just, you know, I mean, he doesn't even present a decent argument. What's going on with my camera today? Ah! Anyway, with Asmongold, there's not really much you need to do to counter his positions. It's just, they're very stupid. And also, he looks gross.
That's not like me at all, bro. Like,
Hoflation. Dude, he should talk about hoflation again. Also here, the reason why I'm talking about Asmongold is because he's like popping off on Frogan about 9/11 and stuff. He's popping off on Frogan about 9/11 and acting like he's really mad about Frogan's statements on 9/11. Here's Asmongold on 9/11.
One of your most popular, biggest hits was that America deserved 9/11. Remember that?
Yes.
But what you meant to say is that American interventionism inadvertently caused this to happen. Am I right?
Exactly. Not even inadvertently. It's a concept. It's
okay.
A concept that historians call blowback.
I totally agree with you about that. I completely agree with you. I think that you're right. I defended that.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. So this all starts when Asmongold says Twitch should ban political content to optimize for ad revenue. Odds that me, Hasan, Tectone, Frogan, Denims, and Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems for the entire website. I like that 90% of the PR problems that are caused for the entire website is never actually covered by real PR, and it's just the sweatiest losers on Twitter that get mad. And then those sweatiest losers on Twitter will then try to get like actual outlets to cover it. Like, hey, why won't, you know, CNN cover this? Why is CNN covering Hasan positively? Like, these guys don't understand. Most people in mainstream media don't know who the Asmongold is, don't know who the Tone is, don't know who the Frogan is, Denims is, Central Committee is. They barely know who the I am, okay? And the ones who know who the I am in mainstream media obviously understand that, like, I'm a controversial figure, but ultimately a force for good, a force for progressive politics. We are lucky that mainstream media does not know who the Asmongold is. If I wanted to destroy Twitter, I would literally go to every single one of my journalist friends and be like, hey, cover Asmongold, cover how cover how Twitch is allowing Asmongold to run rampant, to run his dirty ass all up and down the goddamn platform, saying the most insane. But I'm not like Asmongold. I don't want this fucking platform to perish because I'm selfish. Okay? That's what he's been doing, though. He has been actively trying to get all of these other people to cover Twitch in a negative fashion. It hasn't worked because most people don't know who the Gold is. Thank God. But he's aligned with people who are actively trying to send tens of thousands of emails to the likes of like CNN, NBC, MSNBC, who are working, Dan Stalkman is the guy I'm talking about, who are working in unison with the Anti-Defamation League, also known as the Apartheid Defense League, to try and get all advertisers to remove ads from the platform. Why? Because I'm still on the platform. Here's some emails, an example template. It's preferred if you deviate from it as much as possible. Subject, urgent concern regarding upcoming appearance with Hasan Piker, and then a whole bunch of emails. Dear CNN, I'm writing to bring an urgent concern to your attention regarding an upcoming appearance scheduled with Hasan Piker. It has come to my attention that Hasan Piker is known for promoting anti-Semitic views and expressing support for terrorism-related activities. Oh, bro, please get a job, brother. Get a job, dog. That's crazy. They have brigading email templates, man. They are actively trying to make this a PR issue while simultaneously turning around and being like, oh, we should ban politics, actually. It's just a real PR issue. Yeah, you can keep running the campaign, but I hope everyone understands that he's a rat, okay? He's a rat ass who does not care about what happens to smaller content creators. That is just the truth. He's a selfish, rat-like individual who doesn't even care about other people in his immediate vicinity enough to shower, clearly. Anyway, having said that, let's hear what he had to say, and then we'll see what Frogan had to say, and then I'll give some more takes.
That's what I would do. If I wanted to optimize ad revenue, you know what I would do? I'd ban politics. That's what I'd do. Just ban it. The odds are that me and Hasan and Tectone and Frogan and Denim.
I despise being mentioned alongside the likes of Tectone from the point of view of like being a liability for the platform, okay? That is disgusting, okay? I take issue with that. That is completely unacceptable. Gross. Like, second generation. There is no comparison. Come on. No, Asmongold recognizes that he streams politics. I think he's just saying they should ban politics on the platform. And if they were to do that, he probably would stop talking about politics, I assume. Or at least go back to talking about in video games, because in his mind that's not political. He doesn't understand that there's a reason why he has such a massive right-wing audience, because for years he presented himself as a person that is advocating for free speech on which boundaries, of course? Oh, that's right, video games. Why are they small? Why can they not be larger?
And Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems on the.
Like, imagine thinking in your dumb horse blinder focused vision of the world, okay? Yeah. CNN is looking at Michael from Pennsylvania's account and going, I can't believe he said something like this. Like, that's a real mover and shaker in the media world. It's like dudes at Ogilvy, marketing executives at Ogilvy are like, we were going to dump $7 million into our Q4 advertisement campaign on Twitch. And then I saw Michael from Pennsylvania on a LSF post, and I realized we should probably give all that money to a TikToker. I'm sorry, guys. You got to get your head out of your ass. It's so stupid to think that, like, what you see in the circles that you contribute to online is actually real movers and real shakers in the world of discourse. Okay? It's not. Nobody gives a okay? If you want to look at actual PR problems, Asmongold is not wrong. Okay? Asmongold does cause real PR problems. Let's look at Asmongold on the news side. All we wanted to do was play video games. Streamers such as Asmongold have more influence than ever. What are they really saying? Aftermath site and all these like are fake ass websites, and it doesn't matter. MSN is an aggregator, but like Asmongold's Twitch ban is a negative. Is a negative for the platform. Is a negative PR for the platform because he said Palestinians are inferior culture that deserve to be genocided. That's negative PR for the platform.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Let's look up Hasan Piker, okay? And I'll tell you what's negative PR for the platform and what's positive PR for the platform. So New York Post saying Hasan Piker back on Twitch after being yanked for comments about DC Jewish museum shooting. New York Post is not a, you know, a reputable outlet. It's no different. It's a worse version of, what do you call it? Aftermath's a real site? Oh, no, I was talking about like mainstream. I'm talking about mainstream news outlets. Aftermath is great, sure, but mainstream news outlets like New York Times, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, NBC, those are real outlets, okay? Wall Street Journal, Dexerto is not a real outlet, all right? Discourse blog is fantastic, but also not in the mainstream sphere, okay? Fox News is not a reputable and serious publication. It's not a reputable or serious institution, okay? In the same way that like The Guardian is, in the same way that NPR is. So you have to understand, like New York Post is a tabloid, and Fox News is a right-wing dish rag. The reason why I pointed that out is because, like, yes, I sometimes have negative PR for the platform when I get banned for certain shit, but ultimately that doesn't move the needle in any meaningful way, as opposed to all positive PR that I bring to the platform with all these other major outlets. Fox News is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, and so is New York Post. So is the Free Press. Like, these are not reputable institutions. They're not a part of the liberal mainstream media. So on that front, I don't even agree with this. Yes, if you were to look at like the Fear Buck account or any number of different like blue check power farmers on Twitter that want to make $26 in ad revenue every month, so they're just like constantly pumping the most bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator takes. Yes, on that front, all of those botted tweets and shit, yes, very, very, very controversial. Twitch is an incredibly controversial outlet for dudes who are reply guys to Elon Musk. It's a very controversial outlet for people who spend all of their time online and all their time on Twitter. Okay, yeah, for those guys it's controversial, but those guys are not the advertisement executives. Okay, those guys are not the real movers and shakers. Most of the movers and shakers do not know who any of us are, myself included, and luckily not Asmongold. If I was the same type of person as Asmongold, if I was a rat who wanted to screw up this entire platform and then like, I don't know, get a kickback or go to YouTube, then I would literally blow up the platform by doing this SJW nonsense over and over again, by constantly going to my journalist friends and being like, look at this racist. Look at this racist. Why don't you do coverage over this racist? Why doesn't Twitch ban racist? Who do you think out of all of those reputable outlets would they actually cover with ease? Who do you think would actually get the headlines? Who would actually become a headline? The guy who does unlimited white supremacist propaganda every to 50,000 people, who has destroyed the Daily Wire's prominence in the online sphere? Or a guy like myself who, yes, has radical perspectives, but is on the right side and definitely has opinions that are not that far removed from the average journalist. That's it. But because I'm not a rat like Asmongold, I'm not going to do that. He can now turn around, watch this reaction, watch me reacting to him saying some dumb, and then make another YouTube video being like, yeah, it's over, guys. Gotta ban this guy. He's so funny. Oh, I'm simply laughing. I'm laughing at him. Yeah. Also, who showers? I don't understand. I don't smell bad. I'm skinny. Yeah, it's common sense. I do love, like I said, the fact that he is the face of the modern right, the modern right-wing movement. All right. Having said that, let's take a look at what his response was to Frogan. Wait, hold on. Why can't I press Control-Shift-T? Okay. So Frogan responds to that fucking dumbass take, goes, you consider me political because I wear a hijab. I am not like you, and I do not make political content anywhere but typing a tweet once in a while. And that is true. A lot of people think Frogan is political because she is my mod and because she has all of these like pop-off moments that other people hyper-focus on. But outside of those like very famous moments, like she does drama. She watches TLC shows. Okay? Don't try to use your hijab as a shield for your disgusting behavior. American soldiers deserve PTSD. Arab Jew racial tier list. Sub goal to make a 9/11 cake. Called October 7th mass murders a revolution. Those are PR problems, obviously. Your religion isn't the problem. You are. Now, of course, Asmongold does this thing where he talks about the Sabra hummus tier list. Ridiculous. Okay, pick you. Sabra hummus tier list, I feel like doesn't deserve to be on this list. Okay? Exaggerated version of something that she did say that I think is understandably going to cause a lot of ire, especially coming from a woman in a hijab. Okay? This is absolutely ridiculous. Arab Jew. Nick, come on. Nick, come on. Come on. You're right next to my ear. What is happening? I love my family, but sometimes they are, while I'm live, trying to directly communicate with me. Asmongold looks like when All Might without his powers in My Hero Academia. Oh my God, you're not wrong. Yeah. Sub goal to make a 9/11 cake. Absolutely zero people give a shit about 9/11 jokes. Okay. So the reason why I took issue with this was specifically because of the 9/11 cake thing. Okay. Like you can have disagreements with Frogan. Who gives a f, right? But the idea that like you're adding on the 9/11 cake on there is so annoying. And the reason why it's annoying is because you say heinous shit on a regular basis. And it's always the free speech, anti-cancel culture, edgy humor mother that lose their goddamn minds anytime your targets are not like trans people or Muslims or any other kind of like marginalized community. When you talk about the American government or the Israeli government, all of these edgy humor mother lose their mind. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Can he say that? Whoa, we should kill this guy. Can we put you in jail, please? Yeah, they go, time out on hate. Time out on hate. Jay Schlatt was in Asmon's org and has a 30-minute long compilation on YouTube making jokes about 9/11. Yeah, of course. Asmongold himself has also made 9/11 jokes. Of course he has, bro. Are you joking? He's also defended my ban on 9/11, on the 9/11 ban that I received. He was like, yeah, that's not a problem. I agree with you on that. What is this? I don't watch Hasan. I don't care about Frogan. I play World of Warcraft and take showers. Who is this person? And I take showers and that makes me diametrically opposed to Asmongold. No BB No Money. Yeah, I saw BB No Money actually did something controversial. At the time of the recording, I was unaware of certain individuals' ethical beliefs. As a result, I've chosen to censor those whose values I do not support. Additionally, all funds generated by this video will be donated to the PCRF. BB No Money used to be a massive Asmongold head. And this recent turn that Asmongold has had, as I believe, caused him to second guess. He used to be a massive Asmongold fan. He censored Asmongold's face out of all of the frames that he's supposed to appear in, including ones where he's like directly the center. I'm surprised they survived the stench. Yeah. I mean, if you be around him, might as well put his face on it, you know? No, I'm kidding.